Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those who are attending in online, is my voice and screen is clear to all of you guys? Please confirm to me. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice and screen. Those who are attending in online. Everybody, please respond for me, guys. All of you get my voice and screen. Those who are attending in online. Anji. Right. Good morning, guys. Sorry for the delay. So I have some meeting with some trainers at our office. So it's okay, no problem. I'll see the content. And before going on to the content, before coming to the content, if any of you are new today for this class and take this link for the sake of this daily classroom notes. Every day class notes will come to this link only. Just open it in our browser so that you are able to watch, you are able to see the daily classes notes. Everybody, I think all of you are having this link, right? Fine. So then apart from this, for both offline and online, video support is provided. Videos are available. In the case if you are not getting videos of these classes, just try to take this number and contact to this number. This number is for the sake of my classes a single point of contact. So directly you can call to this number any type of updations of my classes. Understand it? Already I created some Google Classroom there. So just you can use this code, then you can open that Google Classroom code. There I can interact. If I want to send some messages to you, there we can see the content. Okay. All right, sir. That's it. So now coming to the topic, we are discussing about the differences between Java and others. In the differences between Java and others, almost all 5 differences we completed. Can you tell me, sir, what are the 5 differences? What is the first one here? C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is what? A dynamic programming language. Clear. Preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. Third point. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. That's okay, fine. After that, pointers are required in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. After that, multiple inheritance is not possible in the case of Java. Just leave this one. And people have asked to me yesterday, sir, in Java, multiple inheritance is not existed. That's okay, that we understood. But how it is possible, this multiple inheritance in the case of Python? How multiple inheritance is possible in the case of Python? What they have used logic to allow multiple inheritance in a Python. So people have asked this question to me. Forget about C++, sir. Then C++, even if you know nothing is going to be happen, how multiple inheritance is possible in the case of C++? In a sense, single point of content is what there by using some virtual functions. Through these virtual functions, we can achieve it. Forget it, not required for us now. But Python, how it is possible to achieve multiple inheritance in Python, that we have to understand clearly. All right, so now I will take one simple example for it. All of you understand it. Just 2 minutes of time. Even it is out of the box for us, but still I'm explaining that to you for the sake of your awareness purpose. What is not doing Java, what Python is doing in this area, I can give some clarity. All right, all of you up to this clearly. In the case of Java, how we are able to create classes in Java? Simple. Class A, class A, curly braces, where we are able to declare some variables and methods. This is a class syntax, class declaration in Java. But in the case of Python, how we are able to declare classes? No, observe carefully. Class keyword we are going to use class name is a colon, no curly braces, colon. But under this, what members we want to include? Tab space we have to provide. Indent operator, that space is nothing but what there? Indent operator, tab space. Then we can declare variables and methods. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it clearly? What exactly the meaning of this class in Java and as well as in Python? Okay, nice. Then after this, how we are going to implement inheritance in the case of Java and in the case of Python. If you observe this, all of you observe carefully. In the case of Java, class A, we have taken class B extends A. As our inheritance, how we are able to provide inheritance in the case of Java, class B extends A. But in Python, how we are able to implement it? No, observe carefully. Class A colon. Here we can provide some variables and methods here after the independent operator. Next one is class B. But in case of Java, extends we have used or not? In the case of Python, parenthesis A colon. We can write some implementation. What's the meaning of it? Class B parenthesis A. What's the meaning of it? No. Class B is a child class and A is a super class, parent class. So A is a parent and B is a child. All properties and behaviors are coming from parent to child. This is the meaning of like what there? Python and inheritance representation. All right. In the case of Java, how we are going to provide multiple inheritance? In the case of Python, how we are able to provide multiple inheritance? If you observe this, in the case of Java, I'm telling to you, class A, class B, class A, class B, class C extends, we can write A comma B. This is not possible. Their compiler is going to give an error exactly in this location. Exactly in this location, compiler will raise an error. It's not possible in the case of Java. But how we are able to achieve the same thing in the case of Python? If you observe this, listen carefully. Class A colon something else here we are able to provide. Next one is class B colon something else here we are able to provide. They are the two super classes here I've taken. But I want to take what I want to take no class C where A comma B. Here I'm able to provide colon. This is the way to represent multiple inheritance. But in the case of Python, no error will come if we provide like this. Then immediately we may have one doubt, sir. Confusion is not generated or not. Whether we are going to get confusion or not. In the case of Python, in the case of Java, it's a confusion. Observe carefully. In the case of Java, what we are going to get the confusion here? Observe carefully. In Java, in class A, for example, int I is equal to 10. I have taken. Here in class B, int I is equal to 20. I have taken. When I come to this class C, now here if I provide I is equal to I plus 10, if I provide no, then from which superclass this I value must come? From which superclass this I value has to come? It's a confusion in the case of Java. Yes, sir, got it? It's a confusion in the case of Java. But if you observe this, in the case of Python, if I take I is equal to, in Python, no need to use data types explicitly. In Python, data types are not required to use. Directly I is equal to 10, that's enough. Even semicolon is also not required. Not required to provide semicolon also in the case of Python. Now see this one. I is equal to 20, we provided. Now if we come to this class C of A comma B, if we observe this, now here I is equal to I plus 10. If I provide this, in the case of Java, this is an error. But in the case of Python, what Python is able to do now, what Python is doing, the process here, observe carefully. First Python, when it identifies I variable, first Python will search for I in its current class. That is what there C, current class is what there C, not available. Then immediately PVM is what there? Python virtual machine, same as JVM. Python will search for I variable value in its super. Python will search for its I variable value in its super classes. But how many super classes are available? 2 super classes are available. How PVM is going to search for I in both the superclasses? No, it will follow order of the superclasses in which we have provided. PVM will search for I in the superclasses in the order of the superclasses in which we have provided. Then first one, what we provided there, I. So first PVM will go to the class I, where it will search for I. I is available or not? As I is available, then its value is like what there? I is equal to I value 10. 10 plus 10 now. What's the value here? We are able to get no 20. It's very clear. But unfortunately, Java is not following this principle. But Python is following this principle. That's why we are getting 10 is an output here in this case now. But same case here I'm telling to you one more case. Now try to observe this clearly. Another case here I'm telling there. But in this case now I'm trying to change the ordering. B comma A I'm providing. This time order I change it here. B comma A. Then what is the meaning of it now? When we provide I variable here. When we provide I variable, first PVM will search for I in the current class C. Not available. PVM will search for it in its super. What is that super here now? First super is what there? B. In B, I is available or not? Yes, I is available. There we are getting 20. So I is equal to 20 plus 10 now. What's the value here we are getting there? 30 as a value here we are getting. All of you are getting it or not? Now here we are getting like what value now? 30 as a value here we are getting. In the case, for example, in B, it is not available. Just remove this. In B, it is not existed. For example, commented this. It is not available. For example, in B, it is not available. Then what it will search now? First I value will be searched in the C, not existed. Then it will go to the first superclass. There also be not available. Then it will go to the next superclass. In the case, if the required I variable is not available in the first superclass, then it will search in what superclass there? Next superclass. What is that next superclass now? A. In the next superclass, it will search for the respective variable. Now problem is solved or not? But I don't know what is the reason why Java people are not following this principle right from beginning, right from the first version of the Java. But Python is following this principle right from the first version. Of course, some features are good in the case of Python, but maximum number of features are very good in the case of what there? Java. But example I'm telling there, how Python is able to provide solution for it, but why Java is not providing solution for it? No, here is the point here we can understand. But object orientation is a concept which is very, very good in the case of Java when compared with the Python. In Python, object orientation is very small, very less. Just its main focus is on like what there? Functional programming languages mainly. But in the case of Java, its main concentration is on what there? Java only. That means object orientation only. So that we are going to understand. Just knowledge point of view, I have given that content here, but remaining content is not required. Now try to recognize this clearly. Right, sir, leave this one. Now coming to the present point, coming to the content. What is that present one here? Now all of you now tell me, what is the title today? What is the topic here we have to understand? Destructors are required in a C++, but destructors are not required in a Java. Right, understand it first now. Before going to understand whether destructors are available or not available in Java, whether destructors are available or not available in a C++ and Java, before that, first of all, what is destructor? What is the purpose of the destructor? After understanding that, why it is required in C++ and why it is not required in Java. So these many points here we are going to understand clearly. Yes, sir. All of you okay now? Right. Now let's move on to the point here. First of all, first point, very simple point. Java is an object-oriented programming language or not? C++ is an object-oriented programming language or not? Yes, of course, yes. Both are object-oriented programming languages only. Yesterday I given one definition. When a programming language is an object-oriented programming language, that's the question. What is an object-oriented programming language? I given already some points. Tell me, sir, what is the point I've given there about this object orientation? If any programming language, follow my point here, if any programming language allows to represent data in the form of what? In the form of objects, in the form of objects, by following object oriented features. If any programming language allows to represent data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features, then that programming language, is called object-oriented, programming language. All of you clear up to this point? All of you clear up to the object is not any other one. Object is a memory block. Object is a memory block, but it has a set of rules and regulations to store data, to retrieve data, to update the data. It has its own style. That style is nothing but object-oriented features. If any programming language allows to represent data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features, then that programming language is what? Object-oriented programming language. So please remember here itself. Again, if I ask the same question, everybody has to give answer for it. Almost all, third time or fourth time we are talking about this definition, but still some people are not responding along with me. So here itself, remember this. Object-oriented programming language, in the sense, in object-oriented programming languages, data must be represented in the form of objects by following object-oriented features. Can you tell me what are the various object-oriented features? No, 7 number of features are available. What are the 7 number of features? No, class, object, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, message passing. Clear or not? Okay. Now, object-oriented features is not the concept now at present. Previously we required that, I explained that, not required now. All right, sir. Understand my point here. Once again, try to recognize this. If any programming language allows to represent data in the form of what? Their objects, then that programming language is what? Their object-oriented programming language. It means that in object-oriented programming languages, guys, understand it now. In object-oriented programming languages, it is a convention. It is a convention to store data in the form of objects. Am I right? In object-oriented programming languages, it's a convention. It's a minimum responsibility to represent data in the form of what? Their objects. Fine. In observe carefully. Next point is important now. In object-oriented programming languages, to represent data in the form of objects, first what we have to do in the form of objects, first we must create objects. First we must create objects to store data. Am I right or not? Without creating object, how can we store the data? First we must create object to store data, comma, listen carefully, at the end of the program execution, at the end of the application, at the end of the program execution, we must destroy the objects. Please remember this point here. Please read out this particular para. There we are getting some valuable information. The intention of object, how objects are created, that point I have given there. Now understand this clearly. In object-oriented programming languages, it is a convention. Convention in the sense, it's a minimum responsibility, minimum thing to create objects, that means to store data in the form of objects. It's a minimum thing to store data in the form of what? Their objects. But if you want to store data in the form of objects, first we have to create objects. Then after that only we are going to store data, we are going to read data, we are going to update it. No. When the program execution is completed, at the end of the program, we have to destroy that object or not? At the end of the program, we have to destroy that objects or not? Yeah. Remember this clearly. Two operations are very clear in object-oriented programming. What are the two operations are very much clear? First one is creating object. Second one is destroying the objects. Got it or not? All right. So now the next point is what there. In object-oriented programming languages, understand clearly. In object-oriented programming languages, to create objects, we will use constructors. To create objects, we will use what there? Constructors. All right. Similarly, to destroy objects, we will use destructors. Just have given what is the purpose of the destructor. What is the meaning of the destructor? Option are given. In object-oriented programming languages, to create objects, we will use constructors, and to destroy objects, we will use what there? Destructors. All of you are getting clarity up to now? Nothing I've discussed here, only 2 points. What is an object-oriented programming language? If any programming language represents data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features, that is what their object-oriented programming language. In object-oriented programming languages, data must be represented in the form of objects. So we have to create objects and we have to destroy the objects at the end of the program. To create objects, we will use constructors. To destroy objects, we will use what their destructors. Clear? Okay. This is normal information up to object-oriented programming languages. Coming to the point. What is our actual title? No. Destructors are required in C++. Destructors are not required in Java. All right, sir. Observe carefully. Observe carefully. GHMC, Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, is an anonymous organization, not related with any government. It is an independent, like what I'm telling there, independent organization, GHMC. Clear? So they have to take care about, the GHMC has to take care about all the citizens of Hyderabad. Am I right or not? One fine day, GHMC has given a notice to every citizen. The public announcement they have given in the newspapers and in the media. What was that announcement there? If we create any garbage, if we create any wastage from your home, you should take the responsibility to move that garbage to outside of the city. What GHMC has given information there, if we create your garbage, definitely at our home some garbage might be created, some wastage must be created. If you have any wastage, no, you should take the responsibility to move that wastage to outskirts of the city. So every day, early morning, 5 to 7 is a time for the citizens to move your garbage to outside of the city. The GHMC is not responsible for it. Case number 1. Case number 2, I'm telling them. What is that case number 2? No, GHMC has given a notice to everybody, an announcement to everybody. What is that announcement there? Is a 25 years occasion point of, GHMC has given a announcement. What is that announcement there? Whatever the garbage you have created at your home, just keep that garbage in a cover and keep that garbage cover just in outside of your door. Outside of your door, just keep it. Our GHMC employees, our GHMC employees will come to your doorstep. Our people will collect it. You should not take any responsibility to move that garbage to the outskirts of the city. Our GHMC employees will take that garbage, will send that garbage to outside of the city. Clear to all of you? Know? Now, which case is good case for the citizens? No. Second case, definitely second case is flexible for the citizens or not. Otherwise, if the first case is implemented by GHMC, then how all citizens will take their garbage and they'll move to outside of the city? Outside of the city, it will take 2 hours of time. To go to outside of the city, if you have any dump yard there in outside there, garbage dump yard, no, it may take 2 hours of time to go there and to come back, no. But people are having offices there. People are having their own work at early morning. That who will go there? So it's a difficult case now. But second case is a more flexible case. Yes, sir, got it or not? All right. The first case is a C++ and the second case is a Java. First case is C++ and the second case is what there? Java. What is the point I'm telling to you? In the case of C++, when developers are creating objects with the data, at the end of the program, developers must take the responsibility to destroy that objects. In the case of C++, when developers have taken the responsibility of creating objects, The same developer must take the responsibility to destroy the objects. So destroying the objects is mandatory for the developers in the case of C++ or not. So definitely C++ developers must use destructors to destroy the objects. So destructors are required. Destructors are required in the case of like what there? C++. Clear to all of you know? But when we come for Java, what Java is giving option to the developers, no, you can create objects as per your requirement, but don't to destroy any object, not required. That is not our responsibility. From Java side, we have a tool. From Java side, we are able to provide a support. That predefined support, is available inside the Java. It will come to you. It will destroy the required objects. Even if you want to destroy an object intentionally, give that intimation to me. Now our internal component will go there. Our internal component will destroy that particular object. But you should not take any responsibility to destroy the object. Now tell me, in the point of the developers, which one is more flexible? Come on, which one is more flexible? You have to say Java only. You don't have any other alternative. Why? Because you are sitting in which class now? That's why what you have to say. So Java is good. Java is the best. Java is a super, right? And of course, the features are available like that. Even I'm not saying in my own way. The point is what there, that feature. In the case of Java, to destroy the objects, garbage collector, a tool is available. Inside the Java, a predefined tool is available. That predefined tool name is what? Garbage collector to destroy the objects. But in case of C++, garbage collector tool is not available, where developer should take the responsibility to destroy the objects. So now onwards, I given my required points. Now onwards, you have to understand, we have to remember this point. In Java, developer responsibility is only creating objects. Developer is not responsible for destroying the objects. If developer is not destroying the objects, who is destroying the objects? No, garbage collector. I will ask number of times, what is the purpose of the garbage collector? Immediately our responsibility is what there? To destroy the objects in Java. We need to go for what there? Garbage collector. Developers are not responsible for destroying objects. Right or not? Right, sir. Now I'm giving the point. Can I try to understand it now? In the case of, come on guys, in the case of C++, developers are responsible for creating objects, and destroying objects. Answer my point here. Developers are responsible for creating objects and destroying objects. So to destroy objects in a C++ applications, we must use destructors. We must use what there? Destructors. So destructors are required in C++. That's the point I'm telling there. But now coming to the Java, coming to the point in the case of Java, what I'm telling to you, observe carefully. In the case of Java, developers are responsible for what? Developers are responsible for creating objects only. Developers are responsible only for creating objects, right? So now developers are not responsible for what? Come on, responsible for destroying objects, not responsible for destroying objects. Why? Because what is the reason for it? No. Why? Because in Java, to destroy objects, there is an internal tool, internal component in the form of like what there? Garbage collector. Nothing, sir. The difference between C++ and Java is only garbage collector. In C++ it's not available. Developers must destroy the object, so developers must use destructors. In the case of Java, garbage collector is available. Developers are not responsible for destroying the objects. That's enough. This information is more than sufficient. Just leave this content clearly. All right, sir. Now this is sixth point. Coming to the seventh point. Observe carefully, all of you know. Seventh point, no? Listen. Operator overloading is not possible in Java. Operator overloading is not possible in Java. That's a simple point. It may be possible in other programming languages, not required. Just leave this now. But it is not possible in Java. That's a point here. So how can we justify this point? Before understanding whether operator overloading is possible or not possible in Java, in Python, in C++, before understanding that, first of all, what is an operator overloading? From where this operator overloading concept is coming? Where we can identify this operator overloading? All these points here we have to understand clearly. That's it. All of you understand it clearly? What's the meaning of operator overloading? Here we have to understand. See this here clearly. I want to give some clarity. Again, now tell me, I given previously one definition. When a programming language is an object-oriented programming language, come on, when a programming language is an object-oriented programming language, if any programming language represents data in the form of objects by following object-oriented features, then that programming language is what there an object-oriented programming language. All right, sir. Already we are aware about this point. That's okay. All right. Now here, how many number of object-oriented features are available? There are 7 number of object-oriented features. Already we are aware about them. 7 number of object-oriented features. All right, sir. There are 7 numbers of object-oriented features. What are the 7 number? No, first one is what there? Class. Second one is what there? Object. Third one is what there? Encapsulation. Fourth one is what there? Fourth one is what there? Abstraction. Then fifth one is what there? Inheritance. All right, sir. Next one is what there? Polymorphism. Then after this, what last one? Message passing. That's okay, fine. These are overall object-oriented features. Out of these 7 number of object-oriented features, 4 features, the most powerful object-oriented features. What are the most powerful object-oriented features? No, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. Clear. Out of these 4 number of features, no, at present, I required polymorphism. Previously, for multiple inheritance concept, I discussed about inheritance. Now I'm going to talk about operator overloading. That operator overloading is somewhat related with the polymorphism. That's why we are going to understand polymorphism. All of you are getting clarity up to now? I think no doubt, regular content only. Now we have to understand polymorphism. What is the meaning of polymorphism? Observe carefully. Polymorphism is a Greek word. Polymorphism is the Greek word, not English word actually. So what is the meaning of it? Where poly means many. Poly means many. And morphism means structures or forms. Polymorphism. Poly means many and morphism means structures or forms. So for example, listen carefully. For example, at the villages or maybe it might be some places, no, some hospitals are available. There in outside we can see a dental clinic, dental hospital is available. Which patients will visit that hospital now? Tell me. Only the people those are having problem with their dental issues now. They'll go there. Otherwise might be. Some hospitals are available. That hospital is for what? Their diabetic patients. There only diabetic patients will go there. Only diabetic patients then get prescription from the doctor. Sir, got it or not? At the same time, some hospitals are available in the city, like Apollo hospitals, Care hospitals, Yashoda hospitals. Like this, different hospitals are available. Where how many departments are available? There we can see dental department, There we can see gynecologist. There we can see like what there, like what I'm telling there, diabetic related issues, no, thyroid related issues, no, and what next one here, like then bones related issues, no, orthopedic. That means that Apollo or maybe Care Hospitals or maybe Yashoda or maybe something else. All these hospitals are polyclinic hospitals, are multi-specialty hospitals, are super specialty hospitals. What are all these things? No, multi-specialty hospitals. What's the meaning of it? No, that a hospital is a single place, is a solution for different diseases, multiple diseases. That means this is a one hospital, but its forms are multiple or not. The single hospital for diabetics, the single hospital for gynecologists, for the single hospital for what their orthopedicians, for the single hospital for what their heart related problems. Get my point or not? So one is for many or not? One is for many. So this is nothing but polymorphism. This is exactly the meaning of what there? Polymorphism. Polymorphism is not any other one. One more example. I'm telling you, try to understand this clearly about this polymorphism. I think you are well aware about movies. Is it? No? Able to watch that movies or not? What movie you watched there recently? Adi Purusha. Okay, Ramayana. Jai Sri Ram. Leave it. Hit up flop. Flop. But we cannot say that it's okay. Leave it. Prabhas is good, but movie was not good. That is the feedback, right? Fine, sir. Right, sir. Anyway, then it's a God-related movie. Then no comments on it. It's okay. It's going on. Just leave it. If you're interested, you can watch it. Not interested, just you can leave it. No comments on it. Leave it here. Everything. This God-related movies are coming there. It's okay, coach. Leave this one. I think so. I remembered one movie long time. Even still, if I watch that movie, I may have some kind of scratching in my mind. What was that movie there? Dashavatar movie. The last half an hour of the movie, really I'm unable to see that scenes. I'm unable to see that kind of moment, that music and that kind of what I'm telling there, that tsunami, that environment. Still, if it is coming there, that scenes are giving some kind of what I'm telling there. Internally, some kind of fear will come. Even for me, that's my personal opinion. Right. In that movie, who is the actor there? Kamal Hassan, right? Have you seen that movie, Dashavatar? Kamal Hassan, he played nearly how many roles? No, 10 roles he played now. Who will play like this now? Tell me. The Kamal Hassan is an actor who played 10 number of roles. But person is single. Am I right or not? Person is single. But how many roles he played there? 10 roles he played now. One multiple roles. Polymorphism. Best example for polymorphism. One person played 10 number of roles. Yes, sir. All of you are getting it or not? So this is the best example for what there. Of course, Balakrishna can do any kind of role. That's a different story. Jay Balaya, right? All right, Balakrishna can do. See, only Balakrishna can stop the trains by having claps or by having some whistles, no, right? The movies are there, right? Even Balakrishna is also be giving comment on it in one interview later on, right? Just kidding there. All right, sir. It's okay, fine. They're the film actors. They're able to do anything as per the direction only. But see, actually in that scene, what Balakrishna is able to do, director has given the direction there. Then he played the role. That's it. Okay, leave it. Not required. Then apart from this, examples I'm telling there. Polymorphism in the sense, if one thing, listen carefully, if one thing exists in multiple forms, if one thing is exist in multiple forms, then it is polymorphism. Then it is called what there? Polymorphism. If one thing existed in multiple forms, if one thing exists in multiple forms, then it is called polymorphism. Understand it clearly now. All right, sir. One more point I'm telling you. Observe carefully. Last example for this. I want to give conclusion. Understand now, two cases I'm telling there. As per the two cases, we have to decide yourself. Case number one. Listen carefully. Case number one. Durgasoft. In a Durgasoft, Java, core Java, only classes I'm telling the core Java. Only one trainer for core Java. Only one trainer is taking core Java classes. Understand clearly. This is case one. Okay, you are the students. What is your option here? If only one person is taking core Java classes, no, you may attend his demo class. If you like him, then you may join with him. If you don't like him, You may go for an alternate. But unfortunately, at Durgasoft, you don't have any option. For example, only one trainer is taking the Java classes, no? With or without interest. If you want to stick with Durgasoft, with or without the interest, you must join with that faculty only, where you are not having any flexibility. Case number 2. Core Java is a subject. Further subject, 5 faculties are available. 5 their own individual batches are going on. All 5 faculties have started their own batches. If you are the student, if you want to join with the Core Java classes, as you are the student, what you have to do? As you are the student, what you have to do? First, you will join with the one faculty. First, you will come for one faculty demo. If you like that, you may join with him. If you don't like this, you have an option. Go for what their second faculty demo class. There also we are not interested, may go for third faculty. Not interested, fourth faculty. Not interested, fifth faculty. After attending all the demo classes, then we will take the final decision. Who will be good and which faculty demo class is good, then you may join with that particular faculty. Here we are having flexibility or not. In case number 1, no flexibility. In case number 2, we have a flexibility. Core Java, single faculty, no flexibility for the students. Core Java, 5 faculties, there is a flexibility. One thing is in only one form, no flexibility. One thing is available multiple forms, flexibility. Polymorphism is what? One thing in multiple forms. One thing in multiple forms. So the point what I'm telling there, the main advantage of the polymorphism, the main advantage of the polymorphism is what there? Is what there? Flexibility. The main advantage of the polymorphism is what there? Flexibility. Just apply your common sense, no? If one thing is available in multiple forms, no, as you are the developer, we can use either of this form. If one thing is available in only one form, we have to stick with only that form. If you have any other option, not possible to use this. But in the case of 5 forms there, any of the form we can use as per our requirement. There we are getting what there? Flexibility. So the main advantage of the polymorphism is flexibility. Flexibility to develop the applications. Flexibility to develop the applications. To develop the applications. That's okay, fine now. Good. After understanding this, how many types of polymorphisms are available? 2 types of polymorphisms are available. There are 2 types of polymorphisms. What are the 2 types of polymorphisms? No, the very first one is like what there? Static polymorphism, and the second one is dynamic polymorphism. Static polymorphism, and the second one is what there? Dynamic polymorphism. What exactly the meaning of static polymorphism, that we have to understand. Then after that we'll go with the dynamic polymorphism. Very simple, sir. Previously in very first class I given some points. No, static in the sense compilation time, dynamic in the sense runtime. Compilation time representing static time, dynamic time, that means execution time is representing what there? Dynamic time. No, right? If the polymorphism existed, if the polymorphism existed at the compilation time, if the polymorphism is recognized at the compilation time by the compiler, then that polymorphism is called static polymorphism. Understand my point here? If the polymorphism existed at compilation time, then that polymorphism is called as what there? Static polymorphism. Example for static polymorphism is overloading. Example for static polymorphism is what there? Overloading. Now similarly, what is dynamic polymorphism here? What you are able to understand it now, observe carefully. Completely opposite of it. Completely opposite of the static polymorphism is what? Dynamic polymorphism. Let's see this one here. Dynamic polymorphism. What is this dynamic polymorphism here now? Understand this clearly. If the polymorphism existed at what time here now? Runtime, not at compilation time, then that polymorphism is called a dynamic polymorphism. That's it. What is static polymorphism? If the polymorphism existed at what time? Compilation time, then that is what? Static polymorphism. What is dynamic polymorphism? The polymorphism which is existed at what time there? runtime. That is called as what there? Dynamic polymorphism. What is the example for static polymorphism? Overloading. What is the example for dynamic polymorphism? Overriding. Overriding. Actually, our related point is now what there? Operator overloading not possible in Java. Before going to understand why operator overloading is not possible in Java, first we have to understand what is an operator overloading. That's why I started our conversation right from this point. Okay, now observe carefully. After that, once again I will come back there. There I will give much clarity. Now here, understand it clearly. In general, there are two types of overloadings. In object orientation, in general, two types of overloadings are existed. What are the two types of overloadings are existed? No, first one is, observe carefully, method overloading. First one is what there? Method overloading, and the second one is operator overloading. Second one is what there? Operator overloading. First one is method overloading. Second one is what there? Operator overloading. For a minute, understand it now. What is method overloading? At least definition here I want to know. What is this method overloading? Right, sir. Connection, links, linked concepts here I'm talking there. One after another, point by point I'm giving there. What is this method overloading? Observe carefully. Method or function, both are same up to now. Later I will give the difference now, but at present, method in Java, function in C, C++. Right, sir. Read out the point here, what I'm telling there. If we declare more than one method with the same name and with the different parameter list. Come again, what's the definition I'm telling there? If we declare more than one method with the same name and with the different parameter list, then it is called as method overloading. I'll take one simple example, just as a representation only. If we declare more than one method with the same name and with the different parameter list, then it is called method overloading. Say for example, I want to take a class calculator. That's it. Observe carefully. I want to take what there? Class calculator. Inside this class calculator, void add of int I comma int j. Some implementation, of course. It is able to perform addition operation over like two integer variables into result is equal to I plus j. Similarly, now here void add of float f1 comma float f2. Now inside this, what we are having there, result is equal to f1 plus f2. After this, now here I want to put there void now add of string str1 comma string str2. I can take no. Now here inside this string and 1 minute here, this is not into, now it should be like what there, float, then only it is right, otherwise error will come. String str is equal to str1 plus str2. That's it. Now my class is completed. My class is completed. Observe carefully. Now tell me, sir, class name is what? Calculator. Inside this class, how many methods have taken? Three methods have taken. What are the three methods? What is the name here? Every method name is what there? Add. But parameter list is what? Parameter list is same or different? Different. First parameter list is what? Int comma int. Second parameter list is what? Float comma float. Next parameter list is what? String comma string. Right or not? So more than one method with the same name and with the different parameter list, then it is called as what there? Method overloading. Up to that it's okay, no problem here now. Now the next point is important for us. That is our required point. Understand it clearly. Operator overloading. That's it. All of you ready to understand our point now? Exactly. This is our required point. Up to now, only information to discuss this point. Now all of you understand it. Operator overloading. What is this operator overloading? Understand it now. If we declare an operator, only one operator, if we declare an operator with more than one operation, understand my point again. In method overloading, method name is what there? Same. Add is a method name, that is add is one. But how many forms are available? One add form is what there? Adding two integer values. Another add, that means add with another meaning is what there? Adding two float values. Adding two string values. That means add is one, but the forms are multiple or not? Integer addition, float addition, string concatenation. So multiple options are available or not? But one is available, multiple forms are not. As an example for polymorphism. Okay, right. So now similarly, if we declare an operator with more than one operation, then that operator is called an operator, an overloaded. That operator is called overloading. That means is called as operator overloading. Is called operator overloading. Right, sir. If we declare more than one operator, if we declare a single operator to more than one operation, then it is called operator overloading. Right, sir. This is a simple definition for it. Example I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. Simple example, very simple example. Regularly, we are understanding this example regularly. Okay. Say for example, int a is equal to 10. Okay. Int b is equal to 20. Int c is equal to a plus b semicolon. Int a is equal to 10, int b is equal to 20, int c is equal to a plus b. System dot out dot println c. What is this system dot out dot println? In the case of C programming language, printf function is there, no? To display something on command prompt. Similarly in Java, system dot out dot println to display something on command prompt. Alright, just example code I'm telling them. Next, observe carefully. String str1 is equal to abc. String str2 is equal to def. String str3 is equal to str1 plus str2. Now system dot out dot println of str3. All of you observe carefully. A value is what? 10. B value is what? 20. Into C is equal to A plus B. What's the value? 30 is the value. 30 in the sense, here plus is performing, here plus is for arithmetic addition or not? Come on guys. Now here plus is for what there? Arithmetic addition. So what is that output here? We are able to get no 30. 30 is an output here we are getting. Next one is string str1 is equal to abc. String str2 is equal to def. String str3 is equal to str1 plus str2. str1 value is what there? abc. str2 value is what there? def. Now here plus that means output is what there? First of all, now tell me. Output is concatenation, append operation. All right, sir. ABC, DEF. ABC, DF. Here, plus is for string concatenation. Here, plus is for what purpose there? No, string concatenation. Is it? All of you are getting done. Here, plus is for what purpose there? No, string concatenation. All right. All of you understand this clearly. Plus is a symbol at one time arithmetic operation. Plus is a symbol at another time string of concatenation. Symbol is same, operator is same, but how many forms are available? How many operations are available? Arithmetic addition, string of concatenation. More than one operation is available or not? More than one operation is available for plus or not? So this is called as operator overloading, and that plus operator is what there? Overloaded operator. Plus is overloaded operator, and it is already available in the form of like some operation, that is called as what there? Operator overloading. This representation is called as operator overloading. Yes, sir, got it or not? So, all of you are getting clarity up to now. Just what I discussed here. What is the meaning of operator overloading? Operator overloading is an example for static polymorphism. Static polymorphism is one type of polymorphism in a polymorphism. So polymorphism is one of the feature in object orientation. Object oriented features we are able to get in object oriented programming languages. Because of this reason, first I started object oriented programming languages. Next I given list of object oriented features. Next I started discussion of polymorphism. Next I given types of polymorphisms. After the types of polymorphism, static polymorphism I given, where overloading is an example for static polymorphism. After the types of overloadings I have discussed there. Static that means all right, two types of overloadings, no? Method overloading and operator overloading. Method overloading already we discussed here. Now we discussed about what there? Operator overloading. So each and everything is a linked one here. All the points are given. Now finally, now the point is like what there? In Java, operator overloading is not possible. Why? Because two reasons I'm telling to you. Simple reasons only, not any difficult reasons. Just it's somewhat related with our common sense. That's it. Now the simple points are like what there. First one is what there. It is a very rarely used feature in the application development. It's very rarely used feature in the application development. That's why Java doesn't have any concentration on this feature. That's why Java has not taken count in the part of the Java programming about this feature. Java has neglected this. Point number one. Point number two. Observe carefully. If we declare more number of operators, more operators with more functionalities, more number of functionalities. If we declare more operators with more functionalities, then it will increase confusion. Then it will increase confusion while tracing the operators and their functionalities. Then it will increase confusions while tracing the operators and their functionalities in the applications. You know already, Java is a simple programming language. Java does not allow confusion oriented features. But if you apply more number of operators with more number of functionalities, operator overloading is increasing confusion to the developers. So Java does not interest, Java doesn't allow this confusion oriented feature part of its application development. Two things here. It is not a demanded one. It's a very rarely used feature. And at the same time, if we provide more number of operators with more number of functionalities, automatically confusion will be increased to the developers. Because of these reasons, developer, that means Java, has not interested to include this operator overloading part of the Java applications. Java is not allowing operator overloading part of its application development. All of you are getting it or not? But I'll ask one more question to you. Try to answer for it. No need to write any running notes, guys. Then some of you are busy with running notes now. If you're busy with running notes, you will not catch my next point. Just simple. Then close your books. Bring your books. In some cases, I will give some assignments inside the classes now. There we have to do our notes only. Bring your book, but don't open it max cases now. When I say that, now try to open your book and do some work there. Then only you can do work. Everything I'm writing here inside this document, we can study this document. You can watch this document regularly, 24/7. This document is available with you. Even we can open this document in a mobile phone and we can watch it. We can read the content here now. So multiple advantages are available for this. That's why I given this particular one. Clear? All right, sir. Now the point is what? One more question here I'm asking there. Observe carefully. Sir, this code you said to me, for the operator overloading, you have given one example. That example you have written here. Almost all you have written Java code for that example. So is it not possible to run this code in Java program? Is this Java code is not possible to run our Java code in our Java program? Is it possible to execute this code? Is it not possible to execute this code in Java program? Right. If you think about it, answer is yes. Still, if you want to see that, no, I will copy and paste that code and I will execute it. I'll show this point here. Don't worry. Right, sir. Now, here, what's the code here I've written here? No, it's okay. No problem. I'll write the same code again. Try to understand it now. First of all, what we have taken there, into A is equal to 10. Right, so now into B is equal to 20. Here I have taken. Okay, next one is into C is equal to A plus B I have taken. Now here system dot out dot println of C. Next one is string str1 is equal to ABC and string str2 is equal to DEF. Now string str3 is equal to str1 plus str2. Like this here we have taken system.out.println of str3, for example. I taken this code here. I think this code is visible to all of you, right? Right, sir. This is a code here we have taken. Understand it now. I saved it. I want to compile and execute this. If it is not possible in Java, definitely here we have to get some compilation error. Am I right or not? Here we have to get some compilation error. Java C space test.java. Alright, sir. It's okay. Compiled successfully. Compiled successfully. We are not having any compilation error. Java space test. Here we are getting output. First output is what there 30. Second output is what there ABC 1, 2, 3. Outputs here we are getting. So what's the meaning of it now? This code is possible or not possible? This code is possible in Java. But now, sir, now tell me, but how can you say this is an example for operator overloading? Now we are saying that in Java, operator overloading is not possible because of some reasons. How can you say like this? But how can you take this as an example for it? How can you say this is Java code is an example for operator overloading, which is not possible in Java? How can you justify this point? All of you understand my question first? Question only. I'm giving question only that all of you understand that question. Then immediately answer for this question is what? All of you listen carefully. One note here I'm telling to you. Observe carefully the note. Observe carefully the note. Simple example first of all. One simple example. Everybody understand it now. Simple example. For example, if I made a condition for everybody that tomorrow onwards everybody must wear tuck and shoe. Example, not real example. Don't follow that. As per our freeness, we can sit inside the class, no issues for it. But if I give this condition, obviously this condition is applied to every student or not? In general, every student must wear the tuck and shoe or not? Tomorrow onwards everybody will come with the classes with the tuck and shoe or not? That is, I've given that condition that is applied to the students. Every student can do that. But internally, myself, my office admin people are available, but that is not applied to us. That means for the administrators, flexibility. For the students, no flexibility. You must have this one. Internally, we have flexibility, but students are not having that flexibility. Internally, that admin people can come in civil dresses, but students must wear tuck and shoe. Internally, we have some flexibility. We can violate it, but explicitly, every student must come with a tuck and shoe. If it is a case in outside, what thing is going to be exposed in outside? Or in Durgasoft, everybody must wear tuck and shoe. That means that image will come there. But internally, in admin people, no, they are not following this rule. But explicitly, everybody follow this one. Got it or not? Similarly, everybody understand the point now. Similarly, in Java, as per the Java internal requirement, as per the Java internal requirement, Java made some of the predefined operators as overloaded operators. As per the Java internal requirement, some of the predefined operators like plus comma, star comma, percentile, comma, and so on as overloaded operators. But Java doesn't provide any option to the developers. Java doesn't provide any option to the developers to perform operator overloading explicitly. Java does not provide any environment to perform operator overloading explicitly. That means Java does not provide any option to the developers to perform operator overloading explicitly. But implicitly, how much operator overloading is required for Java, that much of operator overloading was defined by Java, that is up to internal. For some of the predefined operators with the fixed functionalities, operator overloading was defined for some of the operators, but Java is not giving any option for the developers to perform operator overloading in their own. Sir, all of you are getting my point or not? So here the point is what in Java, as per the Java internal requirement, Java made some of the predefined operators like plus, star, percentile, and so on as overloaded operators. But Java does not provide any option to the developers to perform operator overloading explicitly. Because of this reason only, I am concluding that operator overloading is not possible in the case of Java. Because of this particular reason only, we concluded that operator overloading is not possible in Java. But internally, as per the Java requirement, part of the operator overloading was defined. Plus operator defined in multiple situations. And a percentile operator, we can use multiple situations. Star operator, we can use in multiple situations. So up to some of the predefined operators are overloaded, but explicitly developers are not possible to define any operator overloading. For example, here plus symbol is available. Arithmetic addition, string concatenation, Java has already defined. They are predefined. But for the same plus, I want to define multiplication. Not possible. For the star operation, I want to implement modulo operation. Not possible. I want to implement square root operation. Not possible. Explicitly not possible. But internally, Java has defined operator overloading up to some level. Sir, got my point or not? So officially we can give the conclusion, implicit operator overloading is possible in Java, but explicit operator overloading is not possible in Java. Clear? All of you follow these points now? All of you understand the content here today, what exactly the points I discussed with you? That's okay, sir. This is the point here we can understand clearly about this operator overloading. Right, sir. One small request for today, no? I want to stop the class here itself because I have some work there. I have still some meeting in outside, no? Then I have to go there. Then tomorrow, I'm not going to take class for you. Day after tomorrow, I'm going to take the class. And Monday, continuation of this topic. Almost all. How many differences we completed here? 7 differences completed. One class if I take no, this total part will be completed. New topic I will start next day onwards. Okay. If you are any of your new members today, don't worry. Previously, 4 or 5 classes videos are available. Once you for the course, you will get videos. I think all of you are getting videos now. But still, if any of you are not getting videos now, just you can save this number about my classes is a single point of contact. Our admin people will be in touch with you. Save this number and you can contact with this number if anything. If you want to know about my classes, can understand it clearly. And this is a classroom link, daily classroom notes. Whatever the notes I'm typing there, we are able to get through this particular link. Just if we open that link in our browser, there we are able to get the daily classroom notes in the desktop also now that we can follow. Right. And today I'm going to stop this session. And Monday I'll take the class again at 10 o'clock. But tomorrow, what is your schedule? Evening 5 o'clock without failure. Everybody try to attend for that workshop. What is that workshop there? AWS. That means the DevOps awareness class. Then I'm bringing the trainer. And one more thing I'm telling to you, for the sake of you only, listen carefully. See, even though it's a part of our organization, but definitely we have some, we are putting some money for the sake of workshop. Listen carefully. From institute side, we are doing some effort because of you only. So try to utilize that. Understand now? Then don't miss that. DevOps awareness program. That faculty is very good faculty, had nearly 15 plus years of experience there in the real time. And the last 10 years onwards, last 10 to 12 years onwards, he took the classes for DevOps now. Just he want to give some awareness on DevOps, and he want to show the future of the DevOps, how DevOps is available, what we are going to do with the DevOps in the project lifecycle, how it is useful for us. After that, if we learn DevOps with the Java background, how the future is going to be available, what are the chances of getting jobs in outside, what are the prerequisites for Java DevOps, that everything is going to discuss there. So without failure, try to attend for the session, evening 5 o'clock and tomorrow, Sunday. There is a surprise, moreover I said to you. Yes, sir, what is that surprise? I will reveal on tomorrow. Of course, I'll come here. Then tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I'll be here. I'll be here, but I will introduce that faculty and he will take the session now. By the time, I'll give some surprise now, especially for our batch. Okay. Let's see what's the surprise then, right? That's all, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Tell me tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock. Thank you. Not possible. రాలేదా టైపింగ్ లో పోయినట్టుంది మేడ్ సమ్ బట్ జావా డస్ నాట్ మిస్ అయింది కదా మెయిన్ దాని కూడా రాలేదు థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి ఈ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇప్పుడు ఈజ్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ ఇన్ జావా రైట్ 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 థ్యాంక్ యూ రేపు ఒక్క రోజు మ్యాథ్స్ రాండి ఉంది అవైలబిలిటీ అయితే ఉంది డెవాప్స్కి మ్యాథ్స్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేదని ప్లాన్ చేసుకోండి ఎందుకంటే guys, and I'll talk about it, not same link guys, then I will share that link today. You're able to get the link details today, then after the class within 10 minutes I will share that link to everybody. That link I'll provide to you then through email, or maybe we can go to Durgasoft website, durgasoft.com. Their link is available there, we can use that link. Okay guys, everybody, then those who are attending in online, go to durgasoft.com. There DevOps workshop link is available, just you can use that. Otherwise you are able to get mail today only, just within half an hour you are able to get mail about that link, don't worry. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys, thanks a lot. Then I'll talk with you regarding that remaining process on Monday. Yeah, thank you, thanks a lot. Okay, fine.